Quinnen Williams got the bag, baby. We'll react to that, but also, what's next? What's the next move for the New York Jets? We explore with a special guest on Boy Green Daily. Zoinks! It is unequivocally the Super Bowl for New York Jet fans.
Field Yates, baby. Field Gosh darn Yates. Let's bring him on the show.
Come on, people. Connor Rogers is joining the show. What's up, Connor? But Trevor Gosh darn Sycamore, baby, for me, personally, my favorite New York Jet of all time.
Wow, it's great to be on. What an intro that was right there.
Paul, nobody does an intro like you, man.
Paul, you give the best intro of literally any podcast that I've ever been.
I'm gonna lose my gosh darn bananas.
Well, thank frickin' God, baby, that Quinnen Williams finally got paid. We seemingly spoke it into existence on the Boy Green Daily show yesterday. And by the way, for folks who don't know what the show is, every single day, including the weekend, I know I committed to that, every single day live at 7:30, we're live here with a video show, normally with a guest, as we have right here. We're going to jump right into it. If you guys would like to play along with the show, there's an article link everywhere we're streaming, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. And the big thing I want you guys to get involved with, wherever you're watching, is our poll of the day. It's in the article down below. I want you to click in it. I want you to vote. And if you want to share your thoughts, and we may highlight it on the show, jump into the comment section of the Heavy.com article below. You don't want to miss it. You want to get involved. You want us to, flip you on the show. And without further ado, let's get our guy in here, Gunny Gumby, NY Jet Situation Report, gracing us with his presence for the very first time. What's up, Gunny?
Hey, brother, how you doing, man? Excited to be here, as always. And I'm telling you, man, you do give the best intros. Like, I love the new intros with that. I've been watching it for a little while. I've been wanting to tell you that. The new intro is fire, man. It's really, really fire.
I appreciate that. A lot of hard work, baby. Had to do something. All these other Jets content creators out there, all these sexy interests. I remember yours. Was it a year or two ago? I think it was Ravens. So, as we get old, it all kind of fades. But last year, you had the beer can. Whoop! You're in front of Mel. I'm like, look at that guy. Yeah, that chef's kiss, baby. Chef's kiss.
I appreciate that.
What I'm talking about. So let's get right into it. I want to react to this, and then we'll get into all the next steps here for the New York Jets. And it's simply this. Quinnen Williams gets the bag. Thank goodness. No Roscoe Diner, no Darrelle Revis, no hard knock situation from that perspective. He gets a bag, kind of pushing it here to training camp, which, by the way, players coming up next week on the 19th. But nonetheless, gets a bag. What were your first thoughts?
Honestly, I think we got a bargain. I think at some point or another, the majority of us content creators were talking about, hey, man, just give the kid $25 million a year, 4 years, $100 million contract, call it a day, right? When we saw it come out and it was a $96 million extension, we in essence get Q for the next 5 years because he's currently on his 5th-year option at like $9 million or something like that. For the next 5 years for about $24 million average per year. That's winning. That's Joe Douglas doing Joe Douglas things, right? You got to ask yourself, like, the timing of it all seems kind of, rushed, but it makes a lot of sense though, right? Once Hard Knocks was announced, the Jets decided to move One Jets Drive from Thursday nights to Monday nights so they can go ahead and be one day ahead of Hard Knocks. And what?
I love
they decided. Exactly. And I think that we'll see more of the contract negotiations on One Jets Drive, but we want on Hard Knocks because they don't actually get there until this coming week, right? So I think a bit of it had to do with getting that locked in because it's something we've all been clamoring for. But I love it. It's Q. I think we all see that he's the heart and soul of this defense. We all saw last year without him in for that one game how different the defense looked in terms of being able to get to the quarterback. I wanted to pay the dude $25 million a year. I was like, just give the man the bag. So $96 million extension, I think, is nice. Nice little freaking discount. It's probably the discount we got for bringing in Quincy. But, yeah, I love the contract. I love it a lot.
All right, let me answer a few of those nuggets. First off, so I had Eric Allen on the show, Flex on him, baby, the Jets senior reporter on the show yesterday, and I'm going to tweet out the clip today. I brought up what you just said. One Jets Drive announcing on Monday nights. That's interesting, EA, because Hard Knocks. I didn't even say that part because we all knew what I was talking about. Oh, and Hard Knocks on Tuesday nights, and he just starts laughing, going, "Well, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just reporting the news," and it was just a wink. So Jets, I just gotta say, I freaking love it. So the Jets are quote unquote forced, and Aaron Rodgers even confirmed that he's at Lake Tahoe doing the golf event, and I've confirmed that it's also in the piece you guys can check out. I think it was from last night that several members of the Jets staff are over there with Aaron Rodgers. They're recording him secret kind of sauce outside of the trailer, that they're doing a nice little bit for One Jets Drive of kind of like, mapping out this little celebrity golf event. But yeah, first off, number one, that like they did that on purpose, which by the way is hilarious. If it's getting forced down your throat, like what can you do to them? Oh, we'll get the first word every single week going through. So I think it's great for the fans, by the way. Hard Knocks presence is going to force One Jets Drive to step up their game. I'm not saying One Jets Drive was bad, but I'm just saying, hey, when competition comes to the room, a little extra juice. If another man came walking to my house, I'm like, no, I'm the man around here, baby. So I'm kind of pumping up a little bit from that perspective. Here's the other thing, and I want your thoughts on this, Gumby, because this may just be my made-up nonsense. Quinnen obviously hadn't been paid until yesterday. But all of a sudden, Hard Knocks gets announced, and people throw out into the universe, Roscoe Diner thing, that was pretty embarrassing. And all of a sudden, Quinnen gets paid. I threw out like a rhetorical question almost in the Twitter universe. I'm like, pressure from Hard Knocks gets Quinnen deal over the top, because apparently they were arguing about years. 4 years he wanted, because Quinnen wants to reach unrestricted free agency before 30, which I don't blame him for. And then on the Jet side, they wanted him locked down. Then they're like, you know what? We'll worry about that later. You're signed. I just feel like the Hard Knocks pressure, it may sound crazy. I think the Hard Knocks pressure pushes deal over the goal line. I think. Yeah.
In all actuality, it makes sense, right? I mean, we've been waiting for so long for this Q deal to get done, and we've all kind of had an idea what the parameters were, what the issues were. We've had some sneaky good reporting from some Jets content creators, and of course some guys with some sources talking about, hey, the money's there. It's all about the years, right? Q wanted 4, Jets wanted 5, and ultimately, it gets done. A few days after Hard Knocks is announced, it makes too much sense for you to not go ahead and go down that rabbit hole.
And let's go to Quinnen. I just want to give one more shout out that he reset the record books. We talked about it in our conversation with EA in total value, total guarantee, and average per year. CJ Mosley held all of those previous mile markers. CJ Mosley's off the top of the head was $85 million total value, $51 million total guarantee, and $17 million per year average, which reset the linebacker market by more than $3.5 million. Con Alexander was the highest paid linebacker for all of 5 seconds before Mike McCagnon said, "Hold my beer, baby," and then he paid him and gave him the bag. So Quinnen resets it all: 96 total million, 66 million, 15 million plus, 11 million plus, and then obviously the average per year, 7 million plus per year, and well deserved. I'm just happy he's getting paid. Yeah. And the scary thing is going to be, and I just think at 25 years of age, the prime's about to hit. We just saw this awesome year, first team All-Pro, Pro Bowl. I think there's even more that Quinnen Williams, quite frankly, can achieve, Gumby.
No, 100%. Quinnen Williams is about to go into his, as we call it, the old man years, right? Like, this is the prime of your life where everything's working. Testosterone's at a peak. Like, you're able to go ahead and get stronger, heal faster. Like, that 25 to 30 range, it's, for men, we all know it, man. That's some of the best years of our lives. And you got Q, who just dominated last year, going into that window, and we're going to have him for that window. Last year, the guy was pushing off double teams and triple teams, and now we're about to get him for the next 5 years in the prime of his career. I think, I know there's a lot of fear that is out there in regards to, like, is he going to go ahead and fall off since he got paid now? He got the bag. He's going to get lazy. I just think Q's built different, man. I think Q's the kind of guy he's built from the right type of cloth, right? He's about legacy, right? I think he loves the game of football and what it's allowed him to do and provide for his family. And I think he's the guy that's looking to go ahead and become a first ballot Hall of Famer. I think that matters to him. And when you have those kind of motivators, the money is just a bonus, right? This is a guy who loves the game, who understands what he can do, how he can go ahead and set himself up for life. And again, he's going to be able to get another big contract after this one as well. I'm not sure he wants to go ahead and just call it a day now because he got, $66 million guaranteed. But yeah, I just love it, man. I'm excited for it. And Quinnen Williams is just one of those guys you just love to see win, too. Genuinely a good guy. So overall, the Jets are just we're popping this offseason. It's been one hell of an
Mm.
offseason for the New York Jets. I can't even begin to express how excited I am about this year. It's been a long time. You go into a football season, I think, as a Jets fan, that we can feel like really this confident about what we're going to see on the field. So I'm pumped.
I'm just glad they avoided the landmine because, to your point, it's been hunky dory. Aaron frickin' Rodgers, all the great success the Jets had last year in terms of finding these players like Sauce and Garrett and these guys like ascending to another level. But like the dark cloud that was hanging over us was like, Jesus, if Quinnen doesn't get paid, like all of this honeymoon period all of a sudden goes to crap. We're like, pay Quinnen, extend Q, all this stuff. And thankfully, the Jets took care of business. The control the controllables. They could figure this Quinnen contract out, and they did. So heading into training camp, there again, I reiterated at the beginning of the show, there is no Roscoe Diner thing. That part is figured out, and that part's exciting. So major congratulations to Quinnen. Also, so we do this live at 7:30 every single morning. So it's not official from the NFL yet, but keep an eye out. Hard Knocks will be officially announced by the NFL. Obviously, you've seen like Adam Schefter tweeted it out, but no one else has kind of really carried it in terms of an official capacity. That is expected here from the NFL shortly, so keep an eye out for that. You guys can always rewatch Boy Green Daily if you miss it live, so that'll be coming up here in just a little bit. Let's get to the poll of the day here, Gumby, and it's in the link down below, so I guys want you to vote. I tweeted it out last night after midnight. It's got 700 votes, something like that on it. And here's the question. So Quinnen Williams gets paid. Okay. Pass the biscuits. That one's done. What should the next move be for the Jets? And I gave two options. Bring back Quan or time to sign Dalvin Cook. And I want to hear from you guys right now. There's 30 plus people in here. Get into the article link right now. Go vote. And then also, if you want to expand upon your thoughts, we'll highlight some of those on the show. So heavy.com link article down below. We want your comments. What say you? If you were given this choice, and those are two options, Gunny, what do you believe?
I'm a fan of actually liking our linebacker room. I guess I'm one of the few. I love Quan. Don't get it twisted. I love Quan, and I'm okay with them bringing Quan back as well. But in terms of like a legitimate punch to the face, I think a Dalvin Cook signing would be that kind of an impact. And one, you get a guy who's going to go ahead and compliment freaking Breece Hall, who's already been adamant and vocal about understanding that there's some teams that are out there that if he went over there, he'd be the clear-cut number 2. And of the teams looking at him, that's the Jets. I think he's already alluded to being okay with being a number 2. And the only team of the teams that are interested in him right now that he would be a number 2 is the Jets. Breece Hall is that dude. So I think you add him and you add a Dalvin Cook, and you're talking about I think arguably, realistically, the best running back room in the NFL. And that takes a lot of pressure off of everybody, right? Aaron Rodgers, who's going to take pressure off of the offensive line, the running game, the defense. Now you add Dalvin Cook, he takes pressure off of Aaron Rodgers. And it's just one of those things where you can keep things cooking, and you make sure that Breece Hall is 100% before you start giving him a heavy workload when he gets back. So for me, if you're telling me these are my two choices, I want Cook. And the second reason is keep him away from Miami. Why not take a weapon away from one of your division rivals? Miami has a high-powered offense, an opportunity for us to go ahead and not allow them to get stronger. Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that every day of the week. So between those two choices, give me Dalvin Cook.
And we're so eerily similar here, Gumby, and it's simply this. And by the way, I'm glad that you guys love these morning shows. We're just soon to be wrapping up our first week, so thanks for the support, everybody. It's been great and a great platform to highlight great content creators like Gunny and others, and we could now do this on a week-to-week basis, which I'm super proud of. I would say this. Earlier in the offseason, I'm like, Quan, baby, got to bring Quan back. Quan, he's a man of the people. The people wanted Quan. And then as we've kind of progressed here, and I've looked at Jamie, and like, I don't know what he's going to be. He played 25 snaps last year, so I'm not going to try to make something that's not there. It'll be up to him to ultimately prove that story. But I'm kind of more willing to say, let's figure that one out with Chaz Surratt, Jamie, Zaire Barnes, all the people in that room. And I know I missed a few in there, but let them figure it out, because Dalvin Cook, to me, the insurance for Breece Hall is so important. And if I'm the Jets, and we've heard great things. Breece Hall just said yesterday on NFL Network, he told Michael Yam, the NFL Network host, hey, I'm ready for week 1. And that's the first time I've heard him say that emphatically this entire offseason. So that to me was a nice little notch. But still, if I'm the Jets, even if he thinks he's ready, I'm not running him back out there, because I am playing the long game. Your schedule prediction, which we'll get to end the show here, The end game is getting all the way to the gosh darn chip, baby. Because if you want to do that, Dalvin Cook helps you in that. I am more concerned at running back than I am at linebacker. Now, of course, if CJ Mosley or Quincy gets hurt, that completely changes the dynamic. But again, I want Dalvin Cook. I think he's such an impact guy. If I could vote on my own poll, I'd be bam. I'd be press the goddamn button. That's what I'd be doing right now because I think he brings that to the table. We'll see. I had Dalvin Cook's agent on my show. We've been in communication. I've been talking to him every once in a while. So we'll see what happens from that standpoint. That's for sure. All right, let's end the show on this. It's our schedule prediction. And folks, if you're unaware, you're going to become aware because I'm going to beat you over the head with it every single episode for the next 2 months. So we're dedicating a segment of the show every week, and it's this. I am giving away, out of my personal pocket, my wallet that's sitting over here, I'm giving away a Jets jersey of your choice, whatever you want. And how do you win it? The link down below has our schedule prediction contest, which, by the way, Gumby just entered last night. It's so easy to do. He could tell you himself, and you just click the link. You scroll down to the comment section. You throw up who you think the Jets are going to beat, who they're going to lose to, and then their final regular season record. And some people went even further, which Gumby will tell you in just a second. You can tell us how the season's going to end, whether it's going to be Super Bowl or this loss or this. I don't care. We could go as much as you want, so I'd love it. So feel free to do so. Log in. If you get it exactly right, I mean, predicting weeks 1 through 17, you just won the whole gosh darn contest. It's the throw the towel in. It's over. Ring the bell. Ring the bell. That's what's happening. However, if you get the record right, which 11-6 or 12-5 or whatever it is, you guys will all be entered into a raffle. I'm going to dig in a hat, boop, and whoever that person is wins. And it's an Aaron Rodgers jersey or whatever jersey of your choice and other prizes. So people, it's free. Oh, it takes like freaking a couple. I mean, Gunny will tell you here in just a second. It takes you like a minute to just go through and beep, boop, bop, beep, boop, and then boom, post, boom, you're in. So right now, currently, I believe, if my number is correct, we have about 13 people in right now. That is a uncomfortably low number. And you guys have all the way till the Thursday. That's it. Gumby's doesn't want to tell anybody about this, and I don't blame him. I respect it. But, the fact of the matter is this is going to go through all the way through the Thursday before the season. So Jets play on September 11th. It's like Thursday, September 7th. Whatever that date is, that's how long you have to enter the contest. But you want to do it as soon as possible so you don't forget. You don't want to be one of those. Okay, I've been running my motor mouth here. Gumby, tell us your schedule. First off, I'd like you to tell us how easy it is, and then also share some of your notes and quotes from your prediction that you submitted for the contest because you're officially in.
Yeah. So I got a chance to go ahead and take a look at read the article as well before you go ahead and just enter because the article is good as well.
Yes.
So I read the article, scrolled down, and of course left the comments. And I've been hovering between 11 and 14 wins when I look at the schedule. But as I'm getting closer to the season opening up, I was like, all right, this is for a free jersey. Let me go ahead and take this seriously a little more and look at it.
That's it.
And really give my legitimate freaking feelings about it. I got us winning a lot of games. I got us starting off the season red hot. I'll tell you right now, my 5 losses. I think our 5 losses, based off of my opinion, are going to come from the Kansas City Chiefs, the Philadelphia Eagles, the Chargers, and I think we're going to lose one to the Bills and one to the Dolphins. I think we're going to 12-5 this season. And honestly, I was looking at the Chargers game and even the other Bills game, and I'm like, man, they really don't scare me. Not with our quarterbacks, not with our defensive line. But if I had to be realistic, and we're going to be going to to Buffalo to go ahead and play that game, they're really tough to beat at home. And the Chargers do have a 1, 2, 3 headed monster in Austin Eckler, Mike Williams. I'm having a brain fart with the other great wide receiver that they got, and Herbert is no joke either.
Yeah. So you have Keenan Allen, you have Mike Williams, and then you have Quentin Johnston. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. And they got Quentin Johnson as well. And then you got
just another guy.
Yeah, so they're loaded. And I think Justin Herbert is that dude. So I think that's going to be a tough one. But I got us at 12-5. And that's good enough to win the AFC East. I think that's going to go ahead and give us the AFC East crown. And I got us going all the way to the AFC Championship game where, unfortunately, I think the Jets fall to the Bengals. in the AFC Championship game. Now I'm hoping I'm wrong about that. I'm 100%
Yeah, of
hoping
course,
I'm wrong
right.
about that, and we go
Yeah.
all the way, right, to take it to the Super Bowl. But I think the Bengals are another team that is just completely all around. I love me some Joe Burrow. I think that guy is extremely talented, and he's going to be the talk of the NFL for the next several years, him and Patrick Mahomes. Aaron Rodgers is that dude, you know what I'm saying? But his window is definitely closing, and he's passing the torch on to these guys. Joe Burrow, Patrick Mahomes, and Justin Herbert, to me, are just disgusting quarterbacks. They're going to be fun for us to watch as football fans. So I think we lose to the Bengals in the AFC Championship game this season. 12-5, AFC East champions. Yeah, that's it. It was fun doing it. I literally did it yesterday. And I did it like twice too. So you saw it. I did it.
I saw that. Yeah.
Went back. I made some adjustments, and I went back and made. It was like, all right, boom, this is it. And then I sent it out. But it was a good time. It was fun doing it. And again, now I'm entered to go ahead and win that jersey. So that's a win for me all day.
And that's what I mean. It's not like I'm saying, hey, Gumby, go, toothbrush clean my floor. I'm like, enjoy going through the contest. Have some almost went somewhere else. Have some fun, baby. A different F word there. Have some fun, baby, with this contest and go through and have fun. And that's what I'm hoping. Guys, I want to give this jersey away. I want as many people in it as possible. I want as many people in the game. It's free to enter. Just enter. It's going to be great. Real quick before we get you out of there, Gumby, please plug your platform. I want to make sure that's an opportunity to do so.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate you. Yeah, you can go ahead and see me on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, Thread at New York Jets Situation
okay, you jumped
Report.
over there. Okay,
right, jumped over the Thread as well. It's all about football for me. I love the Jets. Motivated by guys like freaking Paul Boy Green over here that to just jump in front of a camera and talk to you guys about the sport, about the game, about our Jets. So this off season's over for me as well. I've been kind of lackadaisical in my postings over the last few months. But the training camp is here. Lots to talk about. So you're going to be seeing me popping out videos regularly. My season begins as well as the Jets seasons begin. So I'm excited. I appreciate the opportunity to go ahead and just jump on here and chop it up with you as always, man. Like, it's always a blast. It feels like every time we get together, it just goes by way too fast. I felt like we just got on.
Yeah, I do too. So we're going to have to do this again very soon. My people will get with your people, and we'll try to reach a negotiation to get you back on the show soon.
Say when.
That's for damn sure. Gunny, thanks, brother, and we'll see you next time.
All right, brother. Have a good one.
There he is, Gunny Gumby. Thanks for tuning in to Boy Green Daily, everybody, and we'll see you tomorrow morning at 7:30. Take care.